honored coach of the USSR Tatiana Tarasova believes figure skater Alexandra Trusova is capable of competing for Olympic gold under the guidance of Terry Tutberidze. It won't be easy for Trusova to fight for Olympic gold. And not just for Trusova, it won't be easy for anyone. But I'm glad Sasha made this decision. Personally, I really miss Trusova. I didn't see her through. She didn't skate much back when she was winning. Her return is wonderful. Is it realistic for Trusova to win Olympic gold? And why not? She'll be training with Tutberidze. Terry Tutberidze is capable of preparing Sasha to fight for Olympic gold, Tarasova said. Sasha Trusova has truly decided to return. And she has a goal she's afraid to say out loud: the Olympics. On her YouTube channel, Trusova shared how she plans to combine sport and motherhood, and why she chose Tutberidze over Plashenko. I thought for a long time about whether to tell you about this, but I decided to make a vlog and tell you everything that's going on with me now. I never even thought I'd quit. I never finished. To come back, you have to finish, but I never did. That's why I never announced my retirement. I always knew I wouldn't just say I'd finished, because I don't know why so many people do that. I never intended to do that. I could never just say I'd finished. No matter how much I competed, I never had the thought that that's it, that I'd never compete again. Well, maybe after the Olympics. But after the Olympics doesn't count, it's emotional. I've had various injuries. First, I had back problems, then my hip. I don't know if I can say it or not, but I wanted to compete at the Russian Championships back in 2023. The Russian Championships are in 2024, but they're held at the end of 2023. I prepared, choreographed my programs. And when we asked if I could compete, they told me no, because I didn't show up for the tryouts. So, I was preparing back in 2023. Then, it turns out, time passed, and I went to training camp. That's when I told Evgeny Viktorovich that if I could regain my quadruple Lutz, I wanted to come to the test skates. So, when I regained it, we asked the federation if it was possible, and they allowed it. And then I knew I didn't want to enter the season. First of all, of course, because there are no international competitions. Basically, skating was pointless for me anymore. As for the Olympics, everything was so unclear. Would I be able to compete or not? And even if I could, only one person would go. I never thought I'd get into such good shape that I'd be the best in Russia. Misha has been my dream since I was 16. I've wanted children since I was 16. So I decided to give birth first and then come back. I'm in good working shape, considering I'm breastfeeding. Many doctors say it's really hard to get back into shape when you're breastfeeding. So I sincerely hope that as soon as I stop, my shape will skyrocket. No, I'm actually fine, everything's comfortable. Maker and I were sitting around for a while recently, and he said, "I don't even remember the last time you fell." I said, "Well, when did you recover?" He said, "Yeah, well, that's it. For some reason, I don't fall, knock on wood, anymore." I'm mistaken. It's a regular butterfly, instead of a triple, a double or single, a step out, a triple, something like that. But falling is quite rare these days. But I think it's more because I've gotten scared at times, and I'd rather open up than fall. It's fine, I'm always jumping 3-3. Today I even did 3-3-3. I haven't jumped quads yet, but the show is just over. When I decided I'd definitely try, because, as Maker said, if you don't try, you'll regret it, I had a question. Should I return with Evgeny Viktorovich or Terry Georgievna? Because I have good relationships with both of them, and I feel comfortable training with both. It was, in short, difficult. Honestly, I spent my entire pregnancy thinking about who I'd choose in the end. It's a shame I can't enter both of them. It's very sad. I decided to go with Terry Georgievna because I've trained with her for the most years in my career, and I feel more comfortable training and competing with her. And when you skate with her, it's like you're always protected. I don't know how to explain it. But I've trained in a lot of places, and when you skate with Terry Georgievna, it's like you have a shield for everyone, and you don't care at all. I think I've never felt that way with anyone else. But I also want to say that Evgeny Viktorovich had a huge influence on me coming back to the sport seriously. He first supported me at a show in China. And that was our first conversation after I left him. After the show, he said, we could skate some more and then come back. That was in 2023. Right after that, we were thinking about trying to compete at the Russian Championships. Then, when we had our skates, we were training, and he said we could come back. And after the skates, I skated a clean short program on the same day and a clean free program with a quadruple Lutz. Everything was perfectly clean. And then he shouted that we had to come back. Then came the pregnancy, so no one knew what I'd look like after I gave birth. Everyone was worried. But when I completed all my triples, he started saying again, I have to come back, I have to come back, I have to come back. You're coming back really fast, getting back into shape really quickly, you have potential. Can you say potential, even at 21? He said a lot, did a lot, worked hard to restore my jumps. Well, when I was sure I was coming back, I went and talked to Eteri Georgievna, and she was also supportive. She also said during my pregnancy, yes, you can come back, no problem. But she was surprised that I wanted to try. Trusova showed training sessions with Tutberidze and Dudikov. This dialogue best illustrates her ambitions. Dudikov, we are planning a triple axel, right? Trusova. Of course, I suspect the only quadruples I won't be able to do are the Salchow and the loop. That's just my impression. Dudikov. Well, I don't know, I could argue with you a bit. But I like the Salchow today. Both she and Sergei Viktorovich said that we'll support you, come to any ice rink, go for it. It's all about the show now, of course, but work hard on the ice, in the gym. The most important thing is injuries. They keep asking about injuries and health. But it seems fine. Let's hope it stays that way. Did I think it would be difficult for me to train the way I need to for sport when I have a child? I definitely did. And before he was born, everything was much simpler. I thought it would be no big deal if I had a child, he'd stay with his grandmother or the nanny. But when he was born, everything changed. I realized that every moment I spend away from him is very difficult. And I think it's even harder for him because of this. And it's not about strength. I mean, he always finds the strength. Even when I'm really tired, haven't slept, performing 2 shows a day, I know that's it. All I have to do is come home, lie down, and go to sleep. But I come home, and Misha's there at home, or in his room if we've been touring, and suddenly the strength comes from somewhere, and I'm ready to play and train with him. It will definitely be harder, I'll definitely have less time for everything. Less time for training than I had, and less time to spend with Misha. But I hope I can balance everything. Another important point, I really wanted to mention it in this video. A little response to the interview where I said I would quit sports for Maker and for my family. It's always been like that. It's nothing new. And the fact that people have created their own image for me, it's as if they created it. Family has always been more important to me than sports. Especially now. And even though I want to come back, I want to fulfill a dream. Let's not say what it is. Maker and Misha are more important to me than sports. And it will always be that way. I don't know if it will work out or not, but you'll see.